You know what I'm saying? We live. What's up? Oh, where's my camera? Right there. What's up, guys? Welcome to the F9 podcast. Praise the Lord. This is going to be fun. We got a lot of cool things happening. But before we get started, the F9 podcast. What is the F9 podcast? It is the False Nine podcast, or it's a football podcast. And the three main people, right now, and we're planning to grow this, is me. And you got right here, you got Emmanuel, Manny, you know what I'm saying?
So, y'all.
And then we got Josh.
What's up, guys?
You know what I'm saying? A lot of things happening. So just we're doing rough things. So Manny's 2, Josh is 3. Just so I'm aware, I'm doing all the cuts. But yeah, you guys want to introduce yourselves real quick? I'll let Manny start real quick.
Well, my name is Emmanuel. Play soccer all my life. I love football. I love everything about it. I'm passionate. So it's an honor for me to be here and share my thoughts on who's the best player in the world. In history.
That's a good topic. That's a good topic. In history. Yeah. I'll let Josh introduce himself real quick.
So, hey guys, my name is Joshua. I can go by Josh as well. So, soccer/football, since I'm from India, so I call it football. So, yeah, my grandfather was the one who introduced me football, even though in India it's cricket, but I don't know why I never got into it. But football is my whole world because it's the most beautiful game.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's true.
Praise the Lord. And so just want to do a quick introductions as we go in. Before we get started, I kind of want to talk about, who do we support? You know what I'm saying? Everybody kind of has a team. There's a few leagues that we kind of watch, but for me, I definitely watch La Liga and then the Premier League the most. As y'all can see, I don't know if y'all can see the shirt behind me, but Real Madrid is my team because of the fact that I just want to say off the bat, I got into soccer because of Ronaldo, watching him on his highlights and stuff. So because of that, I got into it when he was in his Real Madrid days. And so on default in the PL, I support Manchester United. A moment of silence.
Crickets.
And the reason moment of silence is, I'm looking to, maybe transfer. It's something I'm joking about, but heavily considering because it's a sad time to be a Man United fan. It's kind of rough out here in these streets. They're not winning anything. But you know what I'm saying? And that it's okay. It's not about winning, but when the football sucks, that's when it gets to you. You know what I'm saying? But that's me. We'll go Josh. Who do you support? Who do you root for and stuff?
So, I fell in love with Messi. I think when I was like 10 years old, I started
Sad.
seeing him play when I was in Barcelona. So it's the main thing, which is like the style of play he played, the cutting through the players. That's when I realized like it's not about just scoring goal. It's how creatively you play, make the game, and that's how that's how I felt like, wow, this is how you are a playmaker and also you score goals. So that's how I went into Barcelona. But yeah, they're also in struggling stages right now. So we'll see what's gonna happen.
Cool.
Yeah.
And then Manny?
Well, I'm with you. I'm a Barcelona fan as well. I fell in love with the game because Ronaldinho. Ever since I saw him, I was like, man, I got to do his tricks. I can't do his tricks, but he played for Barcelona. Ever since then, I've been a fan of Barcelona. So
I'll say what really helped me out and what really got me into soccer was FIFA, bro. Like, I don't know if did y'all play FIFA?
Yeah,
back in the day?
Yeah, it was mostly in PC, not in Xbox or PlayStation, but PC.
Dang.
Oh, wow. PC. I've
crazy.
never even heard of FIFA on PC.
I actually play FIFA on PC now, and so
Really?
I got the FC24 on PC. Yeah,
Interesting.
it's only because the PS5 is $500,
It's
and so I was like,
yeah.
you know what, let's save some money. But I got into FIFA on FIFA 13, right? And so that's when the prime. I think also prime Messi and Ronaldo.
Yes.
That was
starting to
around
happen,
that range and all that. But as we start this podcast, I just want to let the people know there's a lot you can expect, a lot coming up. We plan on God willing doing this every week, so a lot of content coming up. We're going to do drafts videos, we're going to do PL roundups, we're going to do a lot of soccer topics. But for the point of today's episode is just an introduction. Also, we just want to recap 2023. I think 2023 was like a really fun year for soccer. A lot of stuff happened. We can start off with the obvious. We started 2023 with Messi winning the World Cup. It was a sad time.
That was 2022.
But we started 2023 with that.
Okay,
you
started
because everybody
yeah.
was on a break.
True.
Break,
That's
yeah. I
true.
see what you mean. Okay.
And so
it's
it's
almost 2 years ago.
it was 2 years ago. Yeah. But we can talk about it. What did y'all think about the World Cup? I have my opinion, and people can hate, but I told Josh, I told my friends a lot that in 15 years there's gonna be a documentary that comes out.
I agree. I agree. I
You agree?
think it was one of the best World Cups I've ever seen and experienced, especially in the final.
The final, yes, the final
But
was.
but just have to say they gave it to Messi, knowing that is his last year's. I mean, you can't have so many penalties
Mm.
in one tournament.
So you guys are
So
just
many
okay.
penalties.
If I may interrupt, you guys are just focusing Argentina and saying penalties. What about the other countries? Do you have the statistics for it?
So I mean,
See, yeah, see,
okay, no,
that's
no,
how
no,
it
no,
is.
no.
True.
I'll
That's
talk.
how
I'll
it
talk. I'll
is.
talk. I'll talk real quick.
That's
You know
how
what
it
I'm saying?
is.
I'll talk real quick. Stats wise, what we're saying is every other country was treated fairly.
Mm,
Argentina
No,
had
no.
more favor. You know what I'm saying?
That so
The,
when
the
I
key
open,
match, the key match for it was the Netherlands match.
exactly.
The
Where
key, yeah,
Messi should have got a yellow card, second yellow card after that handball
that
where
was
he stopped the play. He didn't get a yellow card. He should have been sent out.
so
Actually,
okay.
a lot of the Argentinian players should have got a yellow card for all the
exactly.
stuff that they were doing, creating and fighting.
Okay, so
You know,
one match you're defining that it was rigged.
No,
if,
no, no.
if that's the argument you guys
No, no.
are
It's
saying,
not. It's not just one match. I'm
Uh-huh.
saying that was that was like a key one where it was noticeable to everybody.
okay.
For example, the last goal for the Netherlands one
Mhm.
shouldn't have counted because when more than the 11 players are on the pitch, it's actually not valid. And so before they scored, a lot of the Argentinian players were on the field, right on the sideline. They were stepping on the field. To where in actual law, you're not supposed to count that goal, but they did.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Apart from the prejudice, not getting a red card. You know what I'm saying?
exactly.
For freaking knee sliding the dude on playing field and assaulting him, basically.
Exactly. So there's a lot of throughout that tournament, there was a lot of
Throughout the tournament, I didn't see that.
moments of like if this was another player, another country, they would have been sent out. They would have been treated very differently.
No, if
But
throughout the what do you call it, the whole World Cup series, I never seen like game like aggressive game now because Argentina and Netherlands they're rivals. Okay, obviously you'll see a lot of that. It's basically you're watching El Clasico, so you
Mhm.
expect a lot of that. If new people are coming and saying that oh this should happen and all, it means they're like I was saying that just watching half of the stories and saying half speaking half of the stuff. So it's basically like rivals, Netherlands and Argentina. So that was expected. If you say the same thing like what do you call it, you don't see any of those in El Clasico, then I'm not gonna agree with that.
I mean, even the
It's
taunting from the goalkeeper, the Argentina goalkeeper, the way he
Martinez.
was treating some of the Netherlands players, like talking to them,
I mean,
going up to them. That's illegal.
That's trash
That's
talk.
part of the game.
Yeah.
But he went over the line a lot of times. He
Mm,
went up to them and say like sometimes racist comments.
that's I
So,
mean that's trash talk to be honest. Like you seen in most of
but
the
there's
game.
a line of respect
Yeah.
that you have to
No,
have.
it is that it's a game because that's what trash talk is. It's a mind games. Like that's what most players do. That's what I'm saying. Like we're only focusing right here on Argentina and Messi because like oh he's famous and all. But that's what I'm saying. Like look at other countries and how they do the trash talk because they don't focus on that because we're only seeing a one window and saying that this is what happened.
Mm,
I'm not saying that it should be wrong or right now. What I'm saying is that why focus on one window and say that oh this is how it is, this is how it should be. I'm saying that open up the whole thing. If you're talking about the whole soccer tournament, then
mhm.
talk about other countries and play. If Argentina lost the first game of Saudi Arabia, no one's speaking about it. Why then? Was it rigged?
I mean, I think it was just more of a cover up. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
If
really?
they start,
Okay.
if they start that low, you know what I'm
Okay,
saying?
how is that?
If they lose to Saudi Arabia, and I think later on we can do a more deep dive. You know what I'm saying
Yeah,
into this
yeah.
World Cup. But I genuinely believe in 15 years we're gonna get a documentary where Messi's gonna come out and say I apologize, but it was rigged.
I mean, it's already starting to begin with Kun Agüero saying there was this one player that played for Atletico Madrid. He's Brazilian, left back. Forgot his name, Felipe Luis. I
Yeah,
think.
Felipe Luis, yeah.
He came out saying that Kun Agüero told them to talk about Di Maria's wife where they were playing against each other.
Mm-hmm.
Stuff like that is like makes you think like, why would you go against your own countryman in a simple Spain game, La Liga game, just to win a game?
Yeah.
And so when that comes out, it makes you think like, what else is hidden
Okay,
that we haven't seen yet.
like I'm saying, like you're just focusing on certain players. What about all other players? That's what I'm saying. Like
I agree.
these tractors happen all the time, but we're focusing rightly on Messi and saying that everything is rigged. Then that like it's an
So
occupational hazard, so you expect a lot of things to happen.
for me, when I'm saying is rigged is I think to the common eye. Okay, put put
Hmm.
put bias aside for
Okay.
a sec. To the common eye, Argentina, the reffing towards Argentina was taken very favorably. They were getting away with a lot of calls that throughout the whole tournament, not a lot of people were. You know what I'm saying? In the sense, again, all I'm arguing is that to me, the Netherlands match was like a big one. Even in the final, I think the penalty they were given was very light. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it was a heavy penalty,
Hmm.
especially in a World Cup final. You know what I'm saying? I think it was a very light touch if I remember correctly,
Yeah,
right?
the Di Maria with
Yeah.
Yeah,
Osama
but
Dembele.
no, he got hit by Dembele. Yeah,
But
when
to me, it's like it wasn't really like again, bro. If that was a Champions League match, like not the final, I'm talking about a regular match. I don't think
Hmm.
they would have called that.
Yeah,
no,
I think some referees also have the
it depends
pressure
on the
of.
Yeah.
referee, and also it depends on the new VAR system because
That
like
is true.
everything is changed right now. So
Yeah.
before it was like okay, light touch, not physically strong enough for people to call it a dive, but right now,
Hmm.
so it is so drastically changed, right? The whole perspectives of football and the gameplay and like it changed a lot because we are. I agree that it changed a lot. It took the fun out of it, to be
Yeah, yeah,
honest.
I agree.
I think because they had to like recheck what happened because everything looks horrible in slow motion.
Hmm.
So it's like if you look at slow motion and say the player got hit, or you're looking at slow motion, but imagine the impact of how speed they're running and they got hit. Even a small flick can be a lot devastating for the player.
Yeah, VAR has changed a
Mm-hmm.
lot. I don't know if we can
Yeah, actually,
dive into
yeah,
that
we could dive into
topic,
that
but
real
it
quick.
Yeah.
changed a lot. If VAR was in place 50 years ago, we wouldn't have the biggest moments like Maradona's handball,
Handball.
Zinedine Zidane headbutt. They would have probably red card the other guy because they would have seen that he talked to him in Italian
Certain,
about
yeah.
his family. Like
Family.
a lot of moments we wouldn't have had. So VAR kind of takes those moments like what if moments, and that makes it fun. Like you
Mm-hmm.
said, that makes the game even better.
Yeah.
But I will say, if I was a professional player and it was the last second, and I know the ball went in, I know it for sure, I would want a VAR because that could give my country
Mm-hmm.
the biggest happiness ever.
So, do you
Yeah.
guys think, as we kind of dive into this, I think we'll move on from the World Cup to VAR because I think VAR has been huge
Hmm.
this year.
Yeah.
Do you think it is beneficial to the sport? Personally, I think it's being a little bit abused, right?
Hmm.
And
Yes.
it's only being abused when it supports your team, right? In the sense when it goes to your favor, it's okay. When it doesn't go to your favor, that's when everybody's like, it's ruining the sport.
Yeah.
But do you guys think it's ruining the sport, or what do y'all think?
In one way, it is there to correct the mistakes, but I guess that's not happening anymore because it's basically saying is like what ifs.
Hmm.
Like this could have been yes, this could have been no. It's like 50-50 chances they're taking it, and finally they're saying that to go to not the third referee. I thought they're saying that the pitch referee, you decide what do you think. It's again coming back to the referee, and he has to make the decision again, saying that okay, what will I give if it's a yellow or red? So
Yeah, I
so
agree. I think the VAR, there's instances in the game where they call offsides, VAR call offsides, but it was just the hand that it
hand.
was like right in front of
Bro,
the other
it's
player.
crazy, bro.
How's
It's
that offsides? I
outside.
can't control the way I move. Like, so I'm supposed to run like this the whole time. So in that instance, VAR has taken the fun out of it. But there's been other places where, like, you see, like, whoa, the normal eye could never catch that.
Actually,
Yeah.
yeah,
So, you know,
that's
you
good.
got to
And
use it, but use it to a certain limit. Like with the hand, you can't. Come on, you can't call that.
that's what I was thinking. It is about the soccer or football. Use your legs, not your hand. That's why I don't know why we are taking hands as a thing and saying that the hand is offside. And sometimes also looking like, oh, your head is offside.
Right.
And like I think Peter Crouch used to say this, like if I'm playing now present because of my tall legs,
Yeah.
I would have been offside immediately. It takes all the fun of it.
Right.
So based on the person's stature, the way they run, the way they do it, they're calling it offside. Like
Hmm.
simple thing, they're calling it offside. Simple thing, they're calling it offside. It's no longer fun, because and also to be honest, there's new players. They're not able to make football fun. To be honest, they're
Hmm.
not producing that kind of. They have talent, but they're listening to the coaches. They're just not running between the players anymore.
Yeah.
They're just depending on VAR and the defense as well. They're depending mostly on VAR so that they can do the offside. They know offside trap is not setting up properly because right now the present rule, I guess, is like score the goal and see if it's offside or not. So
Right. They wait until
the
the
way
play is
until the
over
player is
and
over,
then they call it.
they call it. I mean, by the time it happens, the players are just scattered, knowing what's happening. And if the goal is given, they'll be like, "Oh, what's happening?" So there's
Yeah.
like that's
Yeah.
another this thing.
I'll say this though. I think because I'm thinking back to early, like the past few years of Champions League when VAR wasn't there.
Hmm.
I think it was something people really asked for, right?
Yes.
Because
Hmm.
of the fact that there were many times your team was done wrong,
Hmm.
and then instant replay during the aftermath, like of the match, the post-match interviews, people would be like, "How did they not see? It's in the cameras.
Yeah.
It's all there."
Yeah.
I think VAR is the right way to go. I just think eventually they need to kind of break down the rules of. I think halting a match for 7 minutes is like
Oh yeah, it's
Yes.
ridiculous.
it's getting crazy to
Hmm.
where I
Uh huh.
think like we have to get to the point where maybe it's adding a time limit, like a 2 minute
Hmm.
type of thing, or even kind of like what the NBA does. It's like to argue a rule, right? Because they don't do replays throughout the whole thing unless it's like an actual red card, like a flagrant foul or
Mm.
something like that, right? So maybe in soccer, if it's in like was that a red? Maybe you can review that versus each of the teams get I think one check, right? To where if it was maybe offside, one of the coaches could be like, I want to argue this and check through VAR, was it offside? So
Yeah.
but I think VAR is the future because I remember the Champions League back in the day during Real Madrid times where I'm like, bro, it was offside. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? We see it now, but
Hmm.
the refs didn't call it. But
Yeah.
I think it's just being OD'd right now. So
Yeah, I think of the game where Germany versus England, where Frank Lampard shot an amazing
yeah,
shot,
yeah,
Yeah.
and then when it hit the crossbar, went in and came out, and it's like didn't count. I think England lost that game too.
Hmm.
So
yeah,
you would think, oh my God, that's such an amazing shot that never got recorded in history
yeah,
because VAR wasn't there.
yeah,
I think recently I read that the conversations between the VAR referees inside the box is going to be like publicly shown.
I
yeah,
heard that too. Yeah.
So I think it's gonna change the format they perform because now they have pressure like, hey, let's
Mm.
call this the right way before everyone knows like we're not calling the right way or let's check upon this
Yeah.
the right way without bias because we don't know what they're saying up there.
Exactly. Yeah.
We don't know if like let's not call it that
Hmm.
don't look like but now since they have the pressure it's like oh we have to perform professionally.
Did you see the Arsenal one? The one that happened with Arsenal versus Liverpool? So the recording came out, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the refs actually admitted they made a mistake because in the VAR by the time they checked, they said it was a goal,
Mm-hmm.
but the play went on. The match. They thought it was offside and they just kept playing, but it was actually a goal. And the VAR they were discussing, no, it's a goal. What do we do? Like they're playing, but
Yeah.
it's a goal.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think it's gonna take at least another 2-3 seasons to kind of fine
Hmm.
tune all these
Yeah.
scenarios because like that scenario I understand from their perspective of like we don't have a game plan for this scenario
Hmm.
because they've never faced it before and I
Yeah.
think making those mistakes will help VAR and it will help in the future but those moments like that when Liverpool would have been back they probably could have won the match because of that being a man down already I believe that match they were
Mm-hmm.
a man down
Hmm.
so it makes a difference but I think it's just it is what
Yeah.
it is.
I mean, VAR is what made the World Cup fun. There was penalties after penalties. Some were not penalties, but that's what made it fun. In the last few minutes, of like penalty, and everyone in the world, like the whole side of the world, cheer, and then Latin America cheer for when it was Argentina. So, I mean, it made it fun. There's times where VAR makes it fun,
Yeah.
but we definitely gotta regulate it, and find the balance because it can get overboard.
Yeah. And also like players with the VAR, because before they used to like simply fall down and act so they can get the position of the ball.
Yeah, now
So
you see
now you
players
see
getting yellow
players
cards
yellow cards
because
of
they
they
now they have
simply
VAR,
VAR.
right?
So
So,
it's like I know it's you play dirty. That's to get positional. That's how it
hmm
is. But it's also like becoming more like a how do you say like a robotic way of watching. soccer.
I think people are trying to use it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Instead of how the purpose of it was to help the game, but now everybody's like, it's the loophole. Let
Yeah.
me find a way to use VAR for
But
my.
it's smart. I mean, it's really smart. It happens in
Yeah.
all sports. So it's
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
NBA, you touch me, I'm gonna get this foul on you, and
Yeah.
one. Like
Yeah.
it's a smart way to play, and some
Play.
people might call it soft, but it's like at the end of the day, I went home with the win.
Yeah.
So
It's like playing dirty in a new kind of way. Before
Mhm.
it's like let him tackle me, I can take it, but now it's like oh let him just touch me, I'll fall down.
right, and I can get this free
I
kick.
can get this
and-
free kick now.
Right. So I think it's the new way of doing it, but for sure you gotta regulate it and just
Yeah.
find balance.
So moving on from that, we got like 2 or 3 more topics to discuss. I think after VAR, all this type of stuff, one of the biggest things that happened in soccer this year was the transfers of
Last year,
Messi
yeah.
and Ronaldo.
Mhm.
Both leaving Europe. Who would have thought it would have happened in
It's
the same
crazy.
season? When one guy's clearly 2-3 years older than the other. No shots, but you know what I'm saying, it is what it is. It's the truth. It's a fact,
Right.
But I would say both, I think, equally shook the world on how it happened. Ronaldo, of course, some people called it negative. I thought he was being honest. And I actually really enjoyed the interview. I watched the whole Piers Morgan interview, and I was like, I was grateful of all that he shared because I think we saw
Right.
what was happening on the pitch, and we got the answers. The disrespect of Eric Ten Hag making Ronaldo train and then didn't even put him in the game is like,
It's crazy. It's crazy. And I think that interview with Piers Morgan, he was like, I'm not going to get shamed on while I'm
Yeah.
having the hardest time of my life.
Yeah.
yeah,
So I'm going to come out with the truth. And he did.
yeah,
I like how he didn't put Man U down in a way
Yeah.
because he still has mad respect for them.
Mm-hmm.
But he shared his side, like, this is what's going on inside
Yeah.
Man U, but this is what's going on inside my personal life.
yeah,
So everybody kind of took a step back, like, whoa. Even the owners didn't believe that
Yeah.
he lost his babies or his wife lost his
Yeah.
babies. How can a person think that? Like,
Mhm.
Yeah.
he's lying about something like
Yeah.
that. So, yeah, I like that interview. I like the move he made to Saudi. He's getting so
Yeah.
much money.
yeah.
So much money.
I'll say this just because I remembered it. Y'all remember the whole Mbappe, the transfer that he
yeah.
was offered?
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
I have no idea how he didn't accept that. Like, I really thought when I saw that news, I was like, bro, just take a year break, take a year vacation, go
Mhm.
down there, get $1 billion, and then come back to Europe.
I think he wants to show people that he can win in his own yard
Yeah.
before he can go anywhere else.
It
But with
was.
that PSG team, he's not. I don't think he's gonna win.
Oh no, I think hopefully this is gonna be his last season.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
In
I-
order to go into that superstar like status, I think he needs to go to a big club.
I think he should understand by now. Seeing PSG in the past few years with, he was there with Cavani, and then he was there with Neymar. Then he was there with Neymar and Messi, Sergio Ramos, Donnarumma, Hakimi,
Mm-hmm.
and it's still not working out.
Yeah.
I think it's just time for him to leave.
I mean,
Yeah.
if you play with Messi and Mbappe, if Mbappe plays with Messi and Neymar on one team, and you still can't win,
Yeah, that was
I
a
have no
shocker.
hope for
Yeah.
you. Like, just go somewhere else.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I don't think he has anything to prove now. Well, no, correct. He has something to prove, but he should have understanding. PSG's that's not it.
It's just, I don't see the drive behind that team. I don't think, you know what it is? I don't think that team has history. So they're just like trying to make history on their own.
Mhm.
10 years ago, PSG was not
Yeah. Not
like
Yeah.
a team to be fair off. I think just they don't have history behind them.
Yeah.
They don't have something to fight for. They're just like, oh, it's just a rich club. I'm here in
I
Paris.
think what they truly lack is they always get the players right. I don't think they ever get the manager right.
Yeah.
Right. And so I always think, like, whenever you think about PSG, you think about Ibra, you think about Thiago Silva, you think
Mhm.
about the
Zlatan.
midfielders, Zlatan, Cavani, like you think about the names of the players, but there's not one manager that's like, to me, it's like, oh, he's game changing. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? For example, even with like Real Madrid, Ancelotti,
Mm-hmm.
Zidane, all these people, you got these names to where it's like, that makes sense. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Or even like with Barcelona, Pep, I know they had Enrique for a little bit, or Bayern Munich with the people they had. It's like the coaches made a difference, right?
That's true.
But when you look at PSG, they have all the big names, but nobody to manage the names. And I got, like, they have Pochettino,
Oh.
but it's like he had so many big names. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Wait, yeah, was Chelsea right now Pochettino? No, that's not gonna happen. Yeah. So that is really, I don't know, like PSG. I feel like coaches they don't want to come because it's a smaller league. Basically, call it a
Yeah, that's my
farmers league.
thing. Like, how can you not win and dominate in a
Dominant, yeah,
league that is not fair?
yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like there's something else going on with
Go.
PSG that it
Either
just
it's like
doesn't make
corrupted
sense.
with money, just they should win, or like
Yeah.
because I don't know, like I think last year was the one that did not win because I think they did not win last year. I guess the
hmm
league. I have
Yeah.
to
No,
check my
they
phone.
didn't. They didn't win the league
They
last
hmm
year.
didn't.
Which
Yes.
is embarrassing. It's
Yeah.
like how do you not win in the
Yeah.
Farmers League, as they
Exactly.
call it?
Yeah.
Um, but I mean, as a owner of that club,
Mhm.
I will be very embarrassed if I had three of the greatest players
Because
of
yeah.
all time, and not win anything.
Anything.
Like and have the unlimited amount of money. Not only
Yeah.
them, but just like you mentioned, Sergio Ramos,
Mhm.
Verratti,
Oh yeah.
the Giugini, I think his name is the goalkeeper.
Mhm.
So
And it wasn't even as if like he had them at a weird time. He had them during their primes.
Primes.
You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Like the club had them like in their primes and stuff, and I just think like that's hilarious.
can we just talk about like Messi and Ramos playing
Yeah.
together?
Yeah.
I would
that
never
is-
thought that would happen.
That's like never happening.
That's like
Yeah. All right, there you go. There you go. My fault. Technical difficulty.
yeah, that's like Messi and Ramos playing together. That's like
It's
you
a
know, not
canon
to be
event.
political, but like
No, that's
Trump
what I'm
and
saying. It came-
Obama like having some
Obama.
hot cocoa, or
Yeah,
you know, like
I-
I would never thought I would see something
I was
like
saying that like to one of my friends, like when Spider-Man came out, I was like, oh, Messi and Ramos. It's like, oh, that's a canon event, man. Like we never see this happening. Like look at that. Like both
crazy.
are playing.
That really is like Spider-Man, Green Goblin.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's just like the two opposites coming together. And Ramos was fighting for Messi too. I was like, bro,
Right,
Whoa.
defending, like, I was
Defending
like, whoa.
Messi, and he's like, and like Messi assisted Ramos score a goal. I'm like, whoa, that is like different thing. It was a joyful moment, and also I feel like they both were underappreciated. In PSG, Messi and
Of
Ramos,
course, yeah, they didn't have a good time.
Due to the
no.
time,
I
yeah.
don't know. I know they didn't have a good time, but I would say it's also like on the pitch though. It's like, bro, what more do you need? You know what I'm saying? I
Exactly.
get like a lot of stuff plays into it, but it's like, I think the Champions League where Messi when they lost to Real Madrid, right?
Mhm.
hmm
Not this past year's, but the year before that.
Yeah.
It's like Modric, who's 36, was outrunning Neymar and Mbappe and
Oh.
Messi,
Mm-hmm.
and it's
And-
like, bro, you know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm trying to like. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, I think Real Madrid, when you play for Real Madrid and you see all the history they have, it's like it drives you forward
Yeah.
to win
I agree. Yeah.
and to fight. When you play for PSG, what kind of history do they have?
I think
Nothing. So it's like you
they're playing for
get
money. That's all.
right. Some of the players are there for the big time contracts.
Yeah.
But in terms of passion and drive and the reason why we fight is like also they play in the Farmers League. They're not
Mhm.
facing anybody big except for
Yeah. Exactly.
Lyon and Marseille, and that's two. Everybody else around the world is
Mhm.
facing 3, 4, 5, 6 big teams,
Big
every
teams,
single
yeah.
season. So that's the I don't know PSG issues. They gotta do something.
Like,
I'll say this as we, since we were talking about Messi for a minute, and you mentioned Ronaldo going to Saudi Arabia. I think that move's been amazing for not just him. I think, seeing him like while we understand he's not the Ronaldo of when he was 27, 28, to see him even at the age of 38 enjoying himself, helping these young people out, and then started this whole move of European
Good
players
move.
going to Saudi Arabia, not even when they're retired. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Neymar is 31, right? Ronaldo got a Ballon d'Or at 31, right? And then Benzema, Riyad Mahrez, Saint Maximin,
Mhm.
Conte, all these people.
money.
Nobody's coming to MLS. You know what I'm saying? Mane, you're right. And I'm not knocking MLS. I'm saying the pull of Messi and Ronaldo. And okay, in all fairness, they got more money over there, right? So,
Mhm.
It
See,
makes
money
sense.
drives wherever it is. So
But
that
they
is the
also
main
have
argument.
money in China, and not a lot of people are going in China.
You're right.
Yeah, like
You're right.
Iniesta went to China for the Barcelona contract, or all these things in
Right, you
variation.
saw
Yeah.
Andres Iniesta
Uh-huh.
going to China, or Japan, I believe. But once Ronaldo made that move, everybody felt confident, and that's just the thing. Like everybody's changed Ronaldo for being Ronaldo,
Mhm.
but everybody's watching him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when he made that move, everyone went over there, even young players like
Yeah.
Neymar
Mm-hmm.
at his prime.
No, what's the dude from Wolves, bro? The the CDM, like he was like 26. He could have went to Man U. He could have went to all these stuff.
Wolves.
His name is skipping my mind right now. But then he's Portuguese. And then again he could have been in the top 6 in Premier League, and then he went to
There's a
Saudi
Portuguese
Arabia.
player that plays for Wolves, but he's not 26. He's like old.
I mean, there are like
talking
so
about
many
the short
players.
guy?
Like most of the players for Wolves are
Ruben
Portugal.
Diaz, not Ruben Diaz.
Not
I'm
Ruben-
tripping, bro. What is his name? I'll look him up. But
Yeah,
yeah, y'all talk about so maybe we can talk about this. Neymar going at 31. You know what I'm saying? I think he's 31, right? I think he's 30 or 31.
Man.
And homeboy also went and then freaking tore his Achilles, right? Or
No,
ACL?
ACL.
ACL.
It's a big difference, I know.
Hey man, keep Manny in your prayers, guys. Manny's recovering from a ruptured Achilles. He's doing strong right now.
Hey man, I
But,
can
you
walk.
know,
I walk here today.
He walked.
I
here
drove here today.
He drove here. And Manny's a runner. He's an amazing soccer player. So hopefully, soon he'll get back on the field slowly and steadily. But yeah, Neymar, homeboy has been having one of the most disappointing. And I'm biased because I'm a Real Madrid fan, and I'll say this: like when Neymar, Suarez, and Messi were together, that was like. It was a big thing in 2014. It was Gareth Bale or Neymar. Who you picking? And I'll say I think Real Madrid made the right decision. Well, again, Neymar is a generational talent. Like nobody's doubting his skill. And then Manny, I know you have some things to say about the guts he took to go to PSG, which is true. I'm just more. I think with the Benzema, Ronaldo, and Bale, there's just been a lot more memorable moments. You know what I'm saying? The three of them. With the 5 Champions Leagues, and all these type of stuff. Neymar got 1 Champions League. And that season, you know what I'm saying, they were crazy. And then the Remontada where the 6-1 versus PSG. Like, nobody's knocking him there. But, at the longevity of it, people try to compare. Bro, this phrase, I hate this. I want to hear y'all opinion on this. When people say Neymar is closer to Ronaldo than Ronaldo's to Messi, right?
Who told you that?
So many people on the internet say that, right?
No, that's what I'm saying. Don't listen to people on internet.
And I'm like, bro, seeing Neymar and what he's accomplished, I'm like, he's not even close to the other two.
I think it's so unfortunate that Neymar had to live in the same time that Messi and Ronaldo lived. And I think he still has untapped potential. And that's going to get me so mad. He's kind of like the Ronaldinho part 2.
Yeah.
Where Ronaldinho was one of the most gifted players ever, but because of undiscipline, he went downhill.
Yeah.
And
Same
not
with
saying with
Neymar.
Neymar, he's not disciplined, but he's going to a league where it's like there's nothing to win there except for money.
Yeah.
At a young age, and you're a generational talent player. So I want to see you finish your career, at least winning a Ballon d'Or or winning another Champions League or even the World Cup.
To be
you know
honest,
what I mean?
yeah.
So it's untapped potential.
When Brazil lost this past World Cup, bro, I was so shocked how they got out this last World Cup. They lost to Croatia, right?
Yeah.
That jank was crazy.
And Neymar was balling.
Yeah, he was.
He passed Pele as the most goals for Brazil in that tournament.
Because the way they started the career of playing for the World Cup, we thought bro, Brazil is the team that's gonna win.
Yeah.
But I was like, Brazil lost.
No, I thought Brazil or France had it, but the way Brazil was playing until they randomly lost, I was like, this is Brazil's tournament. I was like, Brazil was going crazy.
Brazil got beat in the counterattack, I remember, and it was the last few minutes they just gave out, and they just lost.
Yeah.
And it was devastating because you see Neymar crying, and you're like, no, don't cry, Neymar.
Cry.
You see other players crying because they're so
that's heartbreaking.
passionate.
Yeah,
Brazilians
it's so
are
passionate.
so passionate.
Like all the older players who retired. I saw Suarez for Uruguay. He started crying.
And that was funny. Can we talk about Ghana and Uruguay meeting up again? And the revenge.
The revenge, yeah.
You should have seen all the Africans, all the Ghanaians, I don't know, all the people from Ghana coming back saying, oh, this is our time. We're going to get revenge on Suarez. We're going to get revenge. And they lost, but at the same time, they kicked Uruguay out. They got, tied 2-2?
Mm-hmm.
So both of them had to be, sent home.
Sent them, yeah.
That was so funny as thing, seeing Suarez.
It was a good journey for all the players.
I'll say this, the whole Suarez thing, when I was young, I thought that was terrible what he did. But as you grow older, and if you were on the pitch, I'm like, I got you. You know what?
Biting another player?
No.
The handball?
Not
Saving?
the handball.
Yeah.
And what he did to Ghana.
Oh, oh no, yeah. That's one of
Yeah.
those things that, like, as a fan looking at it, it's like, how can you ever do that? But as a player protecting your country, I will always
Always,
do it.
yeah.
And the fact that he missed
Yeah.
the penalty, it's like, okay, now it's not my fault anymore.
Mhm.
It's his
Yeah.
fault. He missed the
Yeah.
penalty.
Mhm.
So
It is like unsportsmanship, but at the same time, like the rules there in the game. Like he got the red card,
Card
which
card.
is what he deserves.
right,
But it's just sad that Ghana felt like they should have won through. And I get it; it was happening in South Africa. But as you get older, you're like, as a player, like you said, it's like, nah, he did what he was supposed to do in that moment.
right. Yeah,
I mean, that's how most players, how you gotta do, because you wanna take a yellow card or red card for the team. That's why they say take one for the team. So
Yeah.
you gotta do it, or else protect your team or lose it. And that's the like I keep on saying, it's an occupational hazard. So you
Mm,
gotta do it, or you'll be the one troll all over the internet saying that, oh, he could have taken that shot, he could have blocked that shot, he could have done something.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
that's what I say. It's you do something, you get trolled. You don't do something, you get trolled. But either way, like I feel like the players give their everything in
Mm,
the pitch, especially when it's a World Cup.
So moving on, I think well, the last topic for today is just kind of what we're expecting for this upcoming year of 2024. We have the Euros this
Yo.
summer. We have Champions League coming up. We have the next generation. I think we're finally seeing, and it's crazy to think about, but the transitioning out of Messi and Ronaldo. While even though shout out Ronaldo, highest goal scorer of 2023. Messi's in maybe the teens.
So
you
we
know what I'm saying?
completed football, man.
the
We're
worst
happy
team in
with that.
MLS.
Yeah.
The worst team in they made a cup so he can win it for some reason.
Oh, that's what
Um,
people say. So go read it and say that why it was created. No.
What
It
place
was
did Miami landed on?
What?
What place on the league did Miami landed on?
He came half
Like
of the
12.
season.
But still, like
Yeah.
12,
So
13.
no, what like you want? He's not a god to go make things happen, right?
I mean,
He-
y'all fans talk like
right.
he is. You know, what I'm saying?
Idolize him like
No.
he is.
We idolize him as the greatest player. We didn't call him God.
Oh, okay.
All right, man.
If it-
I
it
mean,
goes
y'all be
both-
switching it
Okay.
back and forth.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
no, it goes both ways. Then that's what I'm saying. You target one person because you won the World Cup, and you're not talking how they used to troll him before you won the World Cup.
Listen, bro. Messi was loved by everybody.
Oh, really? Yeah,
Um,
that's what I'm saying.
You know what I'm
see?
saying? Messi
It
is
goes
the
both ways then.
Messi is the love child
No,
of the media.
that's what you're
but-
saying. Go
And
watch.
understand this. I respect Messi. It's not hate. It's just I don't like the disrespect Ronaldo gets because of Messi.
Yeah.
That's
it
what
shouldn't
I'm
be that
saying.
way.
He got
Yeah.
disrespected before winning the World Cup, and also before he won what do you call it, Copa America. How much
Mhm.
disrespect he got from his own
And-
country.
Yeah, and talking about the Copa America, they forced 3 Copa Americas in a row
Mhm.
every year until he won one.
Oh, really? Now you're creating a new theory. Now you
No,
want
no, no, no. You can look it up. They changed
true,
the
yeah.
schedule of the Copa America so Argentina had 3 chances.
I don't know what.
Nobody is making that up. I'm
No,
not
that's
making that
true.
up. They really did that.
So
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. You say something, you keep on saying that everything is rigged.
All I
Like-
have to say is, I know we're not going to dive deep into it, but if you put Messi in Portugal and Cristiano in Argentina, you wouldn't have known Messi. He would have been a regular player in Europe because they're all, obviously he's gifted, but they're
Mhm.
all, it's harder to play in Europe and grow up to be a great player in Europe than it
Uh-huh.
is in Argentina. In terms of qualifying for the World Cup in South America, who do you have? Brazil, Uruguay. In Europe, who do you have? Everybody can knock you out.
Yeah.
Is Ronaldo's path to greatness is way harder than Messi's path to greatness.
That's just a what if, right?
It's not a
No,
what
it's
if.
not
It's
it
a
is.
what if. No, you're saying that like you're saying if he was placed over there. But look at what Messi has to go through, all the growth defects and all. People are calling me he took drugs, but he was literally said that he cannot play soccer anymore.
That's
but
true. That's true.
But that's
Mhm.
what people take. And he being the shortest person, he's being the greatest player. How is that
Mhm.
possible?
I also think he just, even Ronaldinho mentored him at a young age. Who did
Mhm.
Cristiano had? Nobody. If
So-
you want to say Wayne Rooney, it's not the level
I'm
of
not saying
Ronaldinho.
that. I'm
but
saying this,
Ronaldo
like-
worked his way to
He
United.
Yeah.
worked. Yeah, exactly. He
Yeah.
worked so much.
Exactly.
Messi
So-
did as well. I'm not
That's
gonna
what I'm
say
saying,
like
like-
Yeah,
Barcelona.
yeah,
he
He
had
easy.
talent, but he never said that because I have talent, I got over here. He worked his way here too.
For me, I would just like to see Messi accomplish great things outside of Barcelona, which I haven't seen yet. If you say Argentina is
Mhm.
the last 2
I'm not gonna
years,
say he left
He hasn't-
Barcelona. He achieved it.
For me,
Andy.
for me, a great employee is someone that has worked in different company, has been great in different companies.
Mm-hmm.
A great employee is not just one person that's worked in one company has been great in that company. You get what I'm saying? So you have
Hold on, no.
to,
If
you,
So
look,
no, no, to
if I give
support.
you an
Wait,
example, like
wait.
if I
Just
become a doctor, if I work in one healthcare system, because that's what I like, and you're saying that no, I don't want go in other departments and say work there, then that is his
so I have a
perspective. He want to be in
no,
Barcelona, and he wanted.
no, no, I have a question. I have a question. Right.
Uh-huh.
So if Ronaldo did what Messi did
Mm-hmm.
at PSG, how many people would criticize Ronaldo for the failure of what happened at PSG?
exactly.
Right.
So many
Nobody would have let him live.
So many people. They criticize him for going to Man U and, doing what he did at
The
Man U.
own
Imagine the
PSG people
PSG.
criticize Messi.
No, nobody's criticizing Messi for PSG.
They criticize Messi because he himself said that like he was not liking PSG because of the weather. He was not
Oh my
being
gosh.
The
be,
weather.
the
The
weather. He
weather.
don't like the weather.
The weather.
The weather.
Yeah, he said that it was really cold. He was not.
So he
feeling
needs
like
Miami
the
because
weather.
he likes Miami because of the weather.
Hold
What's
on.
the difference between Barcelona and Catalunya and
That's
Paris
what he
playing?
said. I don't know
A
what he
few
felt.
degrees.
I don't know
And
what
he's
he felt.
playing,
Yeah,
come on.
that was the first thing he said. Second thing he was saying is that he was really depressed while leaving Barcelona because all his family, everything was life was over there.
He's a grown man. You
He
know
has
what I'm saying?
family to take care of as well.
Yeah, and he's how wealthy,
on.
and
If
he's
you have
talking
a-
about depression for changing to the richest club, and he
He-
was still getting
Okay,
paid.
did
the
you see
same.
the
more
interview
money,
where-
perhaps?
He's
Did
getting
you-
more money.
No, did you see the interview where he said that like how his kids were saying that we don't want to go?
I think it's very privileged in a way to be like, oh, my job is kind of firing me, but hundreds of other jobs open up without me even saying a word. And I got my buddies over
If
here
you have a kid,
putting the work
and
for me.
if you have a kid and a kid is saying that dad I don't want to go, but his conditions had to leave Barcelona.
No.
because they could not pay him.
Why did he leave Barcelona?
Because they could not.
He didn't
afford
have
him.
to leave. Yeah, he could have took a wage cut. If his kids really,
That's
if he
true.
really wanted to stay there
No,
for his
he
kids,
took.
he got bread either way.
That-
you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? He got
that is-
sponsorships either
Hold
way.
on.
That's
If
true.
this was Ronaldo, would he have taken a wage cut? You would argue saying
First of all, Ronaldo
Exactly.
went
See,
from
that's-
Juve to Man U. He went from Real Madrid to Juve. I'm
Dude,
saying he's been places.
he
You know what I'm saying?
he kept on evading taxes. Okay, everyone know that.
Barcelona is the one that doesn't pay
Who
taxes.
told you that? Go. read
Messi is the
Ronaldo.
one who has tax fraud on him.
No,
Ronaldo doesn't.
Ronaldo had tax
It's,
fraud
it's
on him
actually the whole
when he went-
Spain. The whole system with taxes is really
Because
bad.
people, when he said he was leaving Real Madrid,
Yeah.
then the tax fraud came up first on Ronaldo.
Yeah,
Then
yeah.
afterward, they started targeting everyone.
Yeah, it's the whole Spain. People don't
Yeah.
like playing La Liga for that reason.
So now they're trying to go Super Cup and everything.
Mhm.
Now they're trying to do so. UEFA is
That's
saying
another
that.
Yeah.
topic we can get into. in the next
Yeah,
topic.
we can do super. So again, back to this. How do we even get here?
The expectation 2024.
2024. I think the Euros is going to be amazing. I genuinely think. I think this year might actually be England's chance.
It's coming home.
It's coming
It's
home.
coming home.
It's coming
They
home.
kept on
It-
saying that for Cricket World Cup, it did come, but let's see about soccer though.
Yeah.
Nah,
I
don't
think.
so.
I mean, only thing I'm shouting out is Jude Bellingham. He's on fire.
Oh, that
bro.
guy is so good. He
Homeboy.
can literally score goals from half of the pitch.
Homeboy matching Ronaldo's numbers as a midfielder.
Mhm.
I mean, at least like
he
some
doesn't
numbers.
even have a position. Like if you think about
Yeah.
him, it's
Yeah.
like what position does he play? I was like, I don't know, maybe attacking mid.
Mhm.
But then that next time he's a forward, or next time he's like a CDM, or I don't know. It's just
Mhm.
he's so different and unique. I think the new players coming up, like Kimmich, Joshua Kimmich,
Oh yeah.
him, they can all play
Musiala,
different.
Musiala, bro.
Or yeah,
That kid's
Musiala.
crazy.
Musiala, yeah.
So good, so talented, so gifted. They can all play different positions,
Mhm,
and
yeah.
that's the new football. It's like you can switch positions.
That's a good
You don't
game.
have to
Yeah.
stay in one place.
One place and defending a position, and some players will like, I cannot change the position. I want to be here. But these players,
Mhm.
young players, are really good. Hopefully they'll win it for their country. So we
Yeah.
gotta take a look.
Who do you guys think is has a chance in the Champions League? And I think we can wrap it up here in the Champions League.
Oh, I'm gonna sing either Man City or Real Madrid again.
Mm.
I don't think Man City win nothing this year, but that's my opinion. I understand there are latecomers,
Mhm.
but I think surprisingly, I think Bayern Munich might win the Champions
yeah,
League.
that's another.
I hope
yeah.
Harry Kane for his sake. You
Oh,
know
yeah.
what I'm saying?
Yeah, if Harry Kane
Hopefully
wins
Harry
it,
Kane.
that's
Yeah.
gonna
That
be
guy's
insane.
on another level of fire. Like
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
know what got into him after leaving Spurs, but yeah,
It would
he's-
be so
He's
sick.
always been a great player.
Player.
Just the players around him. He needed players
he
around
needed
him.
player, yeah.
I think Man City might win it again. Actually, The only thing I don't like is Kevin De Bruyne coming back so late in the season,
Oh yeah.
and he's a key player. But I think they might win it again for sure.
Yeah.
Only if he stays healthy in the final.
Final.
He's missed
He's
every
always
final.
injured, yeah.
He's missed every final.
Yeah,
I feel bad for the guy,
even for Belgium.
right?
Yeah.
Even for Belgium and everything.
So,
But yeah, I think either I think Man City might, do well. It's just more of I think this year their defense hasn't been that good. I think, missing out on Laporte, and then but they did, and then João Cancelo, right? Him being in Barcelona. I don't know how they lost him, but you know what I'm saying?
He's our best player right now. I would say Cancelo is our best player.
Yeah.
He's a defender.
Yeah.
That says a lot.
Yeah, buddy. I think he got injured. I guess.
Yes, he got injured. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
The whole Barcelona is a hospital.
Barcelona
right
is a hospital right now. Yeah,
now.
that's true.
Honestly.
They are really struggling a lot.
Yeah.
And, yeah. Barcelona.
But I think Real Madrid also have a chance. But we'll see. I know people are saying they've been playing bad, but I think those are all Champions
That's the
League.
thing about Real Madrid, man. They always turn it up.
Turn it up.
in
Yeah,
the last second.
you don't know. They turn it up last second. Boom, boom, boom.
Boom,
They score
and
like
they
3, 4
win.
goals. On the
Right.
Run. Yeah.
So we'll see.
And we also new upcoming new team Girona. That team
Girona is
is
doing really good in La
They are
Liga.
playing Barcelona game. They are playing tiki taka. They are playing pass and move. Barcelona is not playing Barcelona.
They're doing really good.
Yeah.
I'm proud of them. Small town.
Small town.
Spain.
Yeah,
It's
I
like a
really
Manchester City.
wish they wanna come. But I really expected even what do you call it, Newcastle, to be honest, to come over there. They really beat PSG.
Bro, when they beat PSG, bro, I was
I was
like,
like
that's crazy.
crazy. So
Aaron Gordon or Anthony Gordon, whatever the name is, bro. I was like, this
They
random
were
dude
passionate, man.
schooling up Mbappe, bro. I was like, this is sad.
but
Yeah.
somehow they lost it. But I really expect those new teams to come and take over the whole Champions
It's
League.
the new
because-
football.
What other
football.
teams are there right now? There's not really many huge teams, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, I think
Arsenal's doing pretty good. I don't think people give enough respect for Arsenal.
And the
I mean,
Champions
they're
League.
always
Definitely.
joking like, "Oh, fourth place."
yeah.
But now they're like, they're getting there to the point where it's
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
they might win Champions League now. So we'll see about Arsenal.
Arsenal, yeah, the young players. But Chelsea, I don't know.
Are they still in the champion? No, they're
No,
not.
they're not. I really feel sad for Chelsea players and also my Chelsea fans. My friend is a huge Chelsea fan, so he stopped talking to me. So
Oh, that's not a real friend.
yeah. So whenever he said like Chelsea is gone, but yeah, we'll see.
Oh man.
I'll-
We'll
But
see.
cool, guys. So thank you guys for checking us out on the first episode of the F9 podcast. There's more to come, so all our social handles are in the description below. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, share this. We're excited to start this, and put some comments on like suggestions on what y'all want to hear. Any things we're gonna start putting some polls out. We're gonna do like top 10s and all this type of stuff. So we really want to get y'all involved to see what y'all have to say. Any last words from y'all two?
I think good 2023 was a good year. So, and for the Women's World Cup, Spain won. So congratulations on the women viewers who are watching.
Well, our last words will always be Ronaldo's the GOAT. There's no question about it.
Amen.
People love the
Z.
Europeans, man.
All right, guys. See y'all next time.
See you all next time. Thank you.
That was dope.
I'm gonna bring my